One day, in the land of Soul Cesto, the night fell and the sun never rose again. Everything plummeted into darkness. It is up to its hero to restore the warmth of this strange, dark world. You get to choose between 7 curious characters to navigate the floors of a never-changing dungeon, with the aim of getting to the bottom where the sun is locked away. Every choice you make is as uncertain as the world around you and your chances of coming out of this alive. What will you do once you find the sun? In your way through, you will encounter a multitude of unique enemies, environments, bosses, loots, traps, you name it. A theme of rather colorful and captivating, dark fantasy art style meets peculiar and cartoonish designs. The whole art feels like it came out of an old gruesome folklore fairy tale and reminds me of that beautiful Russian cartoon of the ever-changing magic genie. At times, the game makes you feel like you're as squishable as a bug, while other times, disturbingly realistic expressions dominate your screen. Upon the first look, you would think the game is as old as computer games themselves. I honestly thought that it was a Mask of Eternity era kind of game. To me, this aesthetic is in the core of the game's charm. It feels and plays like what I would imagine a modern tabletop game ported as a video game would. The board consists of 2 columns that provide information you need about your current run in a very beautiful and artistic way, almost like puzzle pieces you slowly learn to read. A game board not only aesthetically pleasing, but also mechanically refreshing. You can use the board in any screen of the game, and the game can use your screen too. Well, bosses at least. For example, if a boss is covering the button of my character's ability and I can't click it, well, it's just part of the boss's difficulty. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that each character has a particular talent and ability, as well as stats and starting items. As you dwell deeper into the dungeon, your character becomes stronger, and how you will tie together the hand you are dealt with, along with the perks and downsides of your hero, is key for how deep you will reach. In its core, it's a manage your luck kind of game. Its floor styles are all randomly generated. You can only pick one row, but in which tile you land is, you guessed it, random. Sometimes RNG sucks, but how you play around your ability and build will really determine the quality of your run. Will you choose to risk, to tank, or maybe an item to help you? The shopkeeper looks 100% trustworthy, right? Just like this lizard man, or any character in this game really, not shady at all. In terms of music in this game, there's not a lot going on at first glance. That is until you realize the melodies are stuck in your head long after your first few runs. The tracks don't stand out because they fit so much. Only after a few times it hit me. With each screen, I now expect and look forward to the tunes. They are so rhythmic that you could play on beat, and the SFX is so well made that it will feel like a natural part of it. Clear signs of very good design, in my opinion. The whole game feels polished and cared for. There are so many tiny things to make it feel alive, like how you use your typical items for non-typical scenarios, like stunning the shopkeeper or breaking the statue. Monster or stage abilities usually have some kind of puzzle going on, especially if they feel unfair, like those damn annoying bees. I just had to pay attention to the fruit monster that was always present along them, or the mimic treasure chest with their supple animation. So many things that make the game feel vibrant. The player will have a lot to discover and will be kept busy for a good while until everything is unlocked. The only real critique I have with the game is that at times it can feel grindy and the progression can feel slow. Not every star in the map feels exciting to buy, but every upgrade is eventually mandatory in order to keep progressing, and some stars have quite the hefty price. The only other issue I see in the game is that some of the characters feel undeservingly weak and in turn underwhelming. Nothing a good patch can't fix. Not sure if the devs will continue to support the game after launch, but there are good signs that they truly might. With this update post on Steam, for example, and considering that they originally planned to go with 10 characters, one can hope All in all, a unique and charmful video game with a bizarre world that you will want to get to know more and more. Simple yet clever, this game will have a Balatro-style hook on you before you know it.